Hey everybody, welcome to another PW2K Gaming Rebuild Challenge. Today we're going to look at the Orlando Magic. Now one thing, I got some feedback from you guys saying, look at some teams that maybe don't have established stars, and so today we are going to do that with the Orlando Magic. Besides Vucevic and Gordon, I mean a lot of these players are either projects or just kind of players that are fillers on a lot of rosters. So what I am going to do from the inset is send Jonathan Isaac to the G League. He's a 77. But personally, I don't think he's ready for the NBA. And so if I do send him to the G League, he will progress a lot better. And maybe at the beginning of next year, he'll be around 80, 81, 82, and can lead this team to greater things than what they have been in the past, 7 or 8 years. Another thing I do want to look at is trading DJ Augustin real quick. We do have $7 million in cap space, but that Mozgov contract is really bad, and as well as the Ross and DJ Augustin. So I don't think I'm going to take care of all of them right now, but I do want to get rid of DJ right now before we start this sim. If anyone's willing to give me a first round pick, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take this. Lance Thomas, his contract also isn't very good. Yeah, it's a 2-year with a team option. I'm going to look to flip him real quick for something cheap. Yeah, I'll get a second round pick for him. That is all I'm going to do right now. It will kind of stink not having Jonathan Isaac, but maybe Terrence Ross can have a good year. We'll give him 38 minutes. See what happens there. I do want to start Bamba. I might look to trade Vucevic at the end of this year. And that is all I'm going to do now. I will see you guys at the end of the sim. Cross our fingers. All right, guys, I stopped at the trade deadline. We are 18-35. We started like 8-1, and I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe giving a lot of minutes to Terrence Ross was going to do some things for our team. Turned out he just isn't very good. 13 points, and he's getting like 38 minutes a night. So not looking good. Not looking good so good. Now I'm going to move on from Mozgov's contract. Whatever I can get, honestly, I'll take. If I can get a pick, Edmund Sumner and Ben Moore, I'm going to do that. I do like Edmund Sumner out of Xavier, and I'll send him to the G League. And once I do that, then I will sim, and we'll see you at the end of the season. All right, so the end of the season is here. We are 29-53, good for 14th in the Eastern Conference. Look over to the right. It's not going to have the standings. My bad about that. Let's check over the conference. Clearly didn't make the playoffs. Second worst team in the East, and the second worst team in the NBA. It will be interesting to see what pick we have. We are going young. We are going to stick with Bamba. Jonathan Isaac, I believe, is going to be an 82 coming into next year, if not higher. So that's really exciting to have him in the G League for 1 year, and now to have him in our lineups going forward. We are going to sim these playoffs real quick. Golden State, Portland. Yeah, that's pretty much a decided outcome there. The Bulls versus the Warriors. I'm not sure how the Bulls get there in year 1, but they do. Golden State wins the championship. Not surprising at all. Now in these kind of 2K19 rebuilds, it's either the Warriors or the Raptors, which might be how it is in real life. We will see. I'm going to skip the draft lottery. I will let you guys know what pick we have. I'm probably going to keep our coach for now, and I will see you at the NBA draft. All right, guys, so we got the 4th pick, which is, honestly, as you saw, it's really disappointing. We'll see what we can do with this pick. We do need a point guard or a shooting guard. I know that's something that they've tried to address recently. They got Elfrid Payton. That didn't work out. They shipped him out to Phoenix. And then they went with Mo Bamba last year, which is a good player. I think they kind of just went best available there. There were some point guards available, but they went with the best available. So we are going to look to get a point guard or a shooting guard, and if we can't do that, then we're going to either trade the pick for a young point guard or just pick best available. Maybe trade Vucevic for a young guard, someone that can work, because I'm going to move on from Vucevic because we have Bamba in his 2nd year now. I'm going to love to see what he does in that starting unit. He did start last year, but giving Vucevic away, give some of those minutes to Bamba, I think is really going to be key. All right. Now, I could go with Zion or CQ, but honestly, I think I'm going to go Romeo Langford. I think his ability, yeah, I mean, he's a shooting guard, but I think I can play him at point as well. I'm actually super excited to get my hands on Romeo Langford. I think he's going to be a really good player for us. Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take Romeo Langford. Finally, the Magic get their guard that they need for the future. Super excited about that. I will sim the end of the draft, and I will see you at rookie signings. All right, so in the second round, we took Jarrett Culver out of Texas Tech. I will sign him. We might as well send him to the G League, see what can happen. Frank Howard out of Syracuse, I will decline. So we got our shooting guard / point guard of the future in Romeo Langford. Super excited about that. I will try to put him at 0.66 as a little oversized for point guard, but we will try our best with him at the point. Super, super awesome. Shelvin Mack, we are going to have to decline that. I love the guy. Big Butler guy. I go to the university, but Shelvin Mack, that contract just isn't going to work with what we want to do this offseason. So get rid of Shelvin Mack, clear up $6 million of cap space. No qualifying offers. We are into the moratorium period with $4 million of cap space to work with. I would like to have a little more cap space to work with. I will trade Vucevic, so that will clear up about 12. If we can do what I think we can do, we can get a first-round pick for him. Let's check what we can get for him. Yeah, he's delighted to be here. Well, sorry, buddy, it's not happening. Malcolm Brogdon would be an interesting piece to bring in on a one-year deal. Don't want to give up Jonathan Simmons. Kyle Lowry. Kind of reinvigorate our fan base with that. You know, I could do that, but I'm really just looking to get a pick for him at this point. What team has cap space? Well, we have cap space. Looks like we have the most cap space. Maybe the Nets would want him. Kind of mentor Jared Allen. I could actually see that happening, so we're going to try to do that. I will take... I don't even know if they have picks. Do the Nets have picks to give me? Yeah, they have the 2019. We'll go top 3 protected for Vucevic. I can give you a second. They like this pick. I'll keep giving you seconds all day. I mean, they'll accept this eventually. Yeah, so we got their first round pick. Clear up a lot of cap space. We will have 28 million cap space. Not sure I'm going to use all of it this year. We do still have Aaron Gordon, who's young. I do like what he gives the team, especially because he can stretch for. He can be our power forward. Evan Fournier, only 25. I'm not going to look to move on from him yet. I like what we have. Yeah. I'm going to think about getting a point guard and moving on from Jerry and Grant. Maybe he can be a backup, keeping Romeo at the shooting guard position, starting him right away. Yeah, there's really no one here. I mean, I could throw some money at Clint Capella, but at this point we have Bamba, so there's really no point in doing that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold tight for now. I'm going to try Romeo at point guard. Not going to throw any money at Clint. I don't think it's worth it at this point. Let me know in the comments if you think it was worth trying to get Clint Capella, even though we already have Mo Bamba. I really like what we did getting Romeo Langford. I am going to try to trade Evan Fournier for a point guard. I will do that. A young point guard. So let's go max age of 22. I wonder if I could get a Fultz for him. Would they do that? And I'll give you that Nets pick. Yeah, they're not doing that. A little too good. Ntilikina would be an interesting piece to bring in as the point, especially because Romeo is pretty gifted offensively. So to have kind of a raw point guard wouldn't be terrible. I will take on that Courtney Lee contract. And I can give you lottery protected first. Yeah, that pick has a lot of value. Lottery protected first. I'll give you unprotected first in 22 and 21. Yeah, they like Ntilikina. I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. Looks like you might have to keep him. I don't like any of those guys enough. I mean, I can move the age up to 23. Does that make it any different? Alright, like that's not a bad deal. D'Angelo, Evan Fournier. What I need to do is I need to make that pick. I need to make it top 10 protected. And I can throw in an unprotected first there. And I don't want Kenneth Faried, like, at all. I'll take on... I mean, I guess I can take Kenneth Faried. Yeah, they won't do that. Top 3 protected Nets pick. Would you do that? No. And we'll give you our lottery protected first. I mean, I can give you all the... Give me another first. All right, we'll do that. Two of those picks are protected. Probably not going to keep that Nets pick. But finally, we do get our point guard that we so desperately needed. That is going to be all for me for free agency. I genuinely like what we did. If we don't like D'Angelo Russell, if he's not doing what we want him to do, deadline, we'll trade him. He's gone after next year. I'm not going to want to pay him as big of a contract as he's going to want. But that starting 5 of D'Angelo at the point, we'll start Romeo Langford, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, and Bamba. I think has to have Magic fans excited for the future. I'm going to sim through the rest of this. We are, however, going to go to player progression, and I will see you there. All right, so we had a big-time jump from Jonathan Isaac. Pretty big jump from Mo Bamba, considering he didn't go into the G League. And so we have 4 guys over 80 now, which is, we doubled it, and these guys are all really young. Kenneth Faried, I think it's just a 1-year deal. Yeah, we'll give him some minutes. Nice veteran presence. So I am excited to see what this team does. I hope you guys are too. I will see you at the beginning of next season. All right, guys, so this is the lineup we are going to be rolling out there. Second year of this Magic rebuild. D'Angelo Russell, Romeo Langford, Jonathan Isaac, Aaron Gordon, Mo Bamba. If that doesn't get you pumped in Orlando, I don't know what will. Let's see what happens. I will see you at the trade deadline. All right, you guys, we can see we are 19-34 at the trade deadline. Honestly, I'm not that surprised. We kind of alternate wins, losses. Had kind of a bad losing streak there at the beginning. Kind of found our stride a little bit. We were about, 8-22, gotten a little better. So we're a young team. I'm not too worried about it. We'll check some stats here real quick. I mean, I didn't expect us to win this year. Yeah, D'Angelo's having a pretty nice year. He's kind of, I think that was a pretty good trade for us. Langford's having a nice rookie season. Good progression from Isaac. Didn't even play last year. Bamba's regressed a little bit. We'll see what happens with him. But it's a young team. I'm willing to be patient with these guys. Maybe need to make a coaching change. I won't do that now. I'll let Frank Vogel play it the rest of the year, see how it goes, see if we can maybe... I mean, I'll take a draft pick. We're at about 9 games out of the playoffs. Maybe we can make some noise. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'll see you at the end of the year. All right, you guys, I could not have imagined a better end of the season. We finished 39-43, ended 9th in the conference, just 3 games out of the 8 spot. And honestly, I will 100% take that. We didn't get Rookie of the Year. No awards for us. Of course, Steve Kerr wins that award. He won't win in real life probably ever again with the roster he has. We'll see if we have anyone on these teams. And D'Angelo Russell gets on the NBA third team. Did have a really effective year. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists. I think it was a good move to trade for him. And I think we will be extending him if he is willing to rejoin the Magic. We're going to throw a lot of money at him, see what we can do. Again, Portland versus Golden State in the playoffs. Honestly, fan interest kept dropping. I'm not 100% sure why, because we won a lot of games in a row. We went on a really, really solid run. Frank Vogel might have saved his job in the second half of that season. To be honest, I might re-sign him. I like what he does defensively that much. Yeah, we will go to staff signing. I am going to re-sign him. Where's he at? Yeah, I guess he's more of an offensive guy. Well, we're going to re-sign him to a 2-year deal. Yeah, we'll do this. Throw some money at these guys. Brownstein. Actually, let's get someone who's better at defense. Let's get a good defensive coach. Yeah, we'll hire Larry Drew. Trainer, doesn't really matter. Frank Vogel hasn't accepted it. Only has one offer. He's going to have to accept it. Yeah. So we got Frank Vogel back. Excited to have him back, honestly. I think he's improving. I think what he did in Indiana was impressive. I think he got fired a little too quickly, and I'm excited to have him back. So I'm going to, yeah, we'll do the draft. I will see you at the draft. All right, so we have the 14th pick. I might look to move up in the draft, but I also could look to move down, trade the pick. I like our core. If we get maybe another piece that's young, I'll take it. I'm going to try to look and see if I can move up, actually. I think this is a pretty solid draft. I'd like to have one of these players. So let's see if I can get, can I get the 6th pick? Bamba. I'm not giving up Bamba. Bridges isn't bad, but I like Aaron Gordon better. I might have to move up just slightly, which is fine. Could I move up to 9? For Jonathan Simmons, I get Patrick Beverley to run the backup point guard. A little bit of an overpay for what he gives me for the 14th pick and a 21 unprotected. I don't want Patrick Beverley. Would you give me Jerome Robinson? And I will give you another unprotected first. Yeah, okay. I like Jerome Robinson. And we move up. We move up a little bit in the draft. We will take someone at this pick. Stay young. Jerome Robinson, I like what he's going to bring to our team. Jonathan Simmons was getting a little stale. And honestly, I think this is the year we can make a run at it. And if not, we have our young pieces in place. I don't mind giving up that pick. We've used, 3 picks now with Bamba. And then we got Romeo Langford. And now we're going to draft someone here at 9. Presumably. We'll see what we can get here at 9. Charles Bassey, 81 overall. It's tough to say no to that. Devin Dotson. I'm going to take Charles Bassey out of Texas. We're going to take him. It might be time to move off from Aaron Gordon in that contract. Maybe not this year. We'll see how he plays. Hasn't improved that much. It's going to be interesting. We might have a power forward now to replace Aaron Gordon. Excited to see what happens. I will see you at rookie signings and player options. All right, so we're at player options. I'm going to accept Jonathan Isaac and decline Owundu and Culver. Didn't improve that much in the G League. So Jonathan Isaac going into his 3rd or 4th year, 84 overall. Excited to see what he does. Yeah, we'll do that. Qualifying offers. We are going to extend one to D'Angelo. Hopefully he does accept that. It would save us a lot of money now, and we can extend him next year for maybe a little bit of a discount. We'll see. We'll see if anyone gives him a deal. After that 3rd All-NBA team, I think someone probably will throw a lot of money at him, and we're gonna have to buck up and pay him. But we do have $60 million in cap, so we're doing okay in cap space there. I don't see our team being able to attract any of these guys, so there's really no point in getting them, and they don't fit our timeline. Especially with, we'll have our point guard back presumably. 2 nice shooting guards, nice small forward, nice power forwards, and 1 center. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 7. So I guess we could be in the market for a backup point. Brogdon wants too much. I'm willing to look at Terry Rozier. I just want someone who's unrestricted though. Yeah, I'll give Terry some money, but it has to be a 2-year team option. I'll give you all the money you want, brother, but yeah, he's probably going to accept that. I'm going to have to cap hold these guys. Kenneth Free's not coming back. Shelvin Mack, Luke Babbitt, over Jane Grant, Kem. Yeah, once I do that, then we can agree and sign Terry Rozier. Still have the cap hold on D'Angelo Russell. If he doesn't come back, then we have Terry as a backup plan. But, dear goodness, I really hope he does come back. All he has is that 1 offer from us, correct? Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. All right, so let's not take your time. I'm going to sim this, and I will let you know what happens at the end of free agency. All right, so I have some good news. D'Angelo Russell did accept our qualifying offer, so we have him for, I think, 9 mil. It might be 14 for one more season. We will look to extend him if he has another good year. If not, it might be goodbye because he's going to request a lot of money. So let's do some untapped potential to... We're going to give it to Jerome. And we'll give it to Langford. So move up their potential a little bit. Get them progressing nicely. We will let the CPU fill our roster. Let's check out this lineup before we get this going. Russell, we have him back for, let's just check on that. Yeah, 9.1 mil. Kind of a bargain for what he's given us. Langford at the shooting guard. Isaac, Gordon, and Bamba. Bamba's progressing really nicely. Was like an 80, and now is an 86. And this bench, they got Kyle Quinn first back on the Magic. I'm okay with that. Give him just limited minutes. Yeah, I love what we did in the offseason. Bringing in Terry as a backup point guard, I think is going to be a really nice scoring piece off the bench. Of course, we have Charles Bassey, who we drafted, and we traded for Jerome Robinson in that deal to move up to get Bassey. So this is what we're going to roll out this year. I do have a good feeling that we will make the playoffs. Not sure how much noise we can make once we get in there, but I will see you guys at the end of the season. All right, I'm happy to say that the patience has paid off. We are 50-32. None of our players won any major awards. No big deal. Anyone on the third team? So maybe we were a little more balanced scoring. We did have some more capable players. Maybe D'Angelo took a little step back. We will check. But we did get the 3 seed in the East, which, say what you want about the East, but it's still impressive that the Orlando Magic in, 2020, are making the 3 seed. If that happens in real life, I'll be incredibly impressed. But we've done it pretty realistically. We've kept their players. We've built up through the draft. We'll see these stats before we start simming the playoffs. D'Angelo took a little bit of a step back in pretty much everything, but that's to be expected. We had 9 guys score almost double digits. So I'm loving what I'm seeing. Mo Bamba had 2 blocks a game. Bassey was pretty effective his first year. I don't know if he should make an all-rookie team. Right, he should have. Yeah, first team all-rookie. Yeah, he was a heck of a pickup. 81 overall already. Loving what I'm seeing from D'Angelo Russell, too. I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but I think it was a good trade in the long run. All right, so let's get through these games. We lose game 1. D'Angelo does typical D'Angelo things. We lose by 8. They just have more star power than us. I don't know. Yeah, it's 2-1. Who led the way for us? D'Angelo at 43 points. Big time game from D'Angelo. Definitely needed it too. Mo Bamba is struggling in the playoffs, it looks like. All right, we tied it up 2-2. Aaron Gordon took the lead in this game. Not too bad. All right, we're down 3-2. I am going to simcast this. If I need to play, I will play. Please have us be close in this one. All right, it's a 9-point game. We're going to win this. We're going to force a Game 7 at our place. Super excited for this. And it looks like we're going to blow it. 9-point game with 5 minutes left. 8-point game with, I might have been able to do it at that 3-minute mark, but with just a minute left, we're not going to be able to get it done. We lose in the first round. But honestly, if anything, we're kind of like those Sixers who were the 3 seed this last playoffs. I mean, they got a little farther than we did, but no one really expected them to be the 3 seed, and they were. I like where we are. I like what we've done with the team. With one more year of development, maybe add one more piece. But honestly, I like what we have. If they progress, as I think they will, the 8 seed Raptors win the playoffs. Unbelievable. Like I said, I like what we have. I like Frank Vogel. I think he did a really good job this year. We do not have a draft pick. I will see you guys at rookie signings. If we do anything, I will let you guys know. All right, so we had no draft picks. We didn't sign anyone. No big deal. A lot of our best guys are young. I'm considering declining this Terry thing because we're going to have to re-sign Russell. I will decline it. We might look to bring him back. That does happen in real life. You can see people decline, maybe take a little bit of a pay cut to stay with the team. I will decline that. Of course, we'll accept Langford, Isaac, Bamba, keep them bring them back on their cheap contracts, see if we can make one more run before we have to maybe give one of those guys up, because we cannot afford all of them, especially as such a small market team. So, qualifying offers. We will not extend it to these guys. Sorry, guys. It was nice to have you on the team. We had a good run. D'Angelo did say he wanted to extend with us. So, it's risky because he is unrestricted, but I think he does want to come back. So, I'm going to offer him this, like, super max deal with a player option at the end. Yeah, we're going to do that. It might bite us at the end, but I'm okay with what it is now. We're going to use, yeah, we can use this. So, we can use the fact that he was on our team, get that super max. Yeah, he's going to accept that. Perfect. I'm going to renounce, if I can, I guess I'll keep a, now I'll renounce the rights of Terry, maybe try to re-sign him. Renounce. Alright, I guess we re-signed Terrence Ross last year. So, cool. We brought D'Angelo back on this massive 4-year deal with the team, with a player option, which, you know, probably wasn't the smartest way to use our money, but yeah, honestly, I think it is for the best. I like what we have, and I'm not looking to mess it up. I might, yeah, where's Terry at? I want to bring him back. Yeah. 22 mil. Give you a little under that. Again, I'll give you that 1-year deal with the team option. Might, yeah, he's going to accept that. It looks like a lot, 1 year, 40 mil, but it's actually not that much. So we're going to go through the moratorium. All right, let's check out what we at. All right, so this will be our core. D'Angelo Russell, Mo Bamba, Isaac, as you can see. Aaron Gordon hasn't progressed as much as I would have hoped. His stats aren't that great. He did have a good year 2 years ago. Fell back a little bit. Maybe the addition of Bassey hurt him a little bit. It's okay. I'm going to stick with him. He only has, 1 year left on his contract, and that's okay with me. He's not getting that much. Low 20s. We will stick with that. I'm going to go through player progression. We're going to go through training camps, give some untapped potential, and I will see you with Big Need of next season. All right, guys, we are here in year 4 of the Orlando Magic rebuild. We've stuck with some of the same players, added some pieces, traded some pieces away, and I really like what we have. Aaron Gordon is now going to come off the bench for us, and for the money that he is getting, that probably isn't the best, but we're going to do it because I believe so much in what we have. We're only going to go 8 deep. We're going to rely really heavily on our starters, which I have no problem with at all. Jerome, yeah. We almost have a couple 90s, a couple superstars, and the fact that we can bring Aaron Gordon off the bench after being so shallow in previous years is actually a really nice factor of having him off the bench. And so this is what we're going to run out. It looks interesting. We'll see if Frank Vogel can get the most out of this team, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to make a run for the finals this year. All right, so we went 61-21, steadily improving every single year, and now we finally made it over the top. Luka Doncic gets MVP. I don't think we're gonna have. Look out! See, this is what you do. You wait. You be patient. You keep your staff intact. Frank Vogel, Coach of the Year, well deserved, honestly. Had a heck of a year. Again, probably not going to get any of these. We were probably pretty balanced, which is okay with me. The Sixers have 3 guys on the all-rookie second team. We were first in the conference. Before we get into these playoffs, which I think are going to be very exciting for us, Romeo Langford at a 90 overall was our leading scorer. He has to have been an all-star. Yeah, he's been an all-star for 2 years now. Not sure anybody else. D'Angelo was an all-star. Other than that, Mo Bamba had a little bit of a season. He's at a 90 now. So we have, 3 90s? Pleased with Jerome Robinson. Terry's kind of just bringing what he does off the bench. We win game 1. Romeo has been bringing it. Like I said, he's been killing all year. No different this time around. Lose game 2. I'm only checking stats for wins, baby. Bassey bringing it. Low scoring game, but I'm okay with it as long as we win. They're not getting any production. These are some really low scoring games. And we lose. All right, we finally make it to the second round of the playoffs. Have to take on the Sixers. I'm sure their roster is loaded with talent. Yeah, they have all the guys you'd expect. Simmons, Embiid, Fultz, Zaire Smith has improved. Dario's kind of stayed where he is, but that's all right. He's a good player. Oh, they brought in Paul Millsap. So they're extremely deep. I mean, they go like 12 deep. So it's gonna be cool to play them. We'll see what happens. D'Angelo has a big game, game 1 with 25 points. Game 2, Romeo Langford. He is unbelievable. Langford once again. I think he was a really, really good draft pick for us. And we sweep him. We'll check out that last box score, Romeo Langford. Again, leading our... If we win the finals, he has to be our MVP. And he's only... How old is he? 22? Oh my goodness. Yeah, this guy is 22 and is 90 overall and is absolutely just shredding it in the playoffs. All right, we're into the semifinals, or sorry, the Eastern Conference Finals. Win game 1. Bassey had a huge game, 34 points, 9 rebounds. I will take that any day. Game 2, another big Bassey performance. 4 guys scoring over 20 points. Win game 3. Langford. Lose game 4. And we make it to the finals. The Orlando Magic are back in the finals since the Dwight years. Really is amazing to see how this team has grown. We've kept a lot of the major pieces intact, traded some of the older guys, kind of the vets on the team, have progressed the young guys, and they're still young. I mean, I could do this. Now we're taking on the Warriors. I mean, I could do this series, this rebuild for the next 10 years and probably be able to win 5 or 6 championships with this team if I could keep them intact. We win game 1. Aaron Gordon has a big game off the bench. Win game 2. Langford, no surprises there. Warriors win. We take game 4. They still have their team intact. I'm not sure how they did that financially. Jerome Robinson had a big game in just 19 minutes, and this is it. There we go. The Orlando Magic have won the NBA championship. And, of course, Romeo Langford, averaging 23 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and 1 steal, and 1 block, is the MVP of the finals. This team was such an interesting rebuild. I will do one more year. I do want to see if I can repeat with the team that we have, progress these players, continue to do what we are doing. I will sim to team player options. We will do one more offseason, one more run at it, see if we can repeat, and I will see you guys then. All right, so we're at team player options. Of course, I will accept Bamba. Of course, I will accept Langford. Bassey, I'm bringing back. Jerome Robinson, I like what you bring off the bench. I'm bringing you back. Terry, I'm going to decline it. I will probably bring you back anyways, so no hard feelings. You know how I feel about you. But it's a business, buddy. Jonathan, I will bring back. Pierre Jackson, I will not. Hopefully he accepts that qualifying offer. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure how much money I have. Could I make this team any better than it is? Yeah, we don't have a lot of money, especially that D'Angelo contract's going to kill. But that's fine. One more year of Aaron Gordon coming off the bench. He hasn't progressed as much as I thought, but our other guys have. So, me and my friend call him Chris Mikaloff, but Chris McCullough is a 92 overall. Has he played? Yes. So we played in 16, 17, didn't play at all. That's what happens in this game. It gets really messed up, and they go crazy big. Chris McCullough should not be a 92 overall in any world, but he is. I'm not going to try to make a run at him. I'm going to re-sign Terry to another 1-year deal. I mean, if he keeps on accepting him, I'll keep on bringing him at him. A little less money. He should accept it because we're buddies. We are buddies. Renounce. We have Terrence Jones and Terrence Ross. This is kind of a cool storyline. 2 guys are from Portland, went to Jefferson High School, split in college. One went to Washington, one went to Kentucky. But to see him back on that team, to win a championship, I think would be a really cool story if it happened. So super cool to bring him back, but we just split him up. Maybe they'll sign in the same team. Maybe I can bring him back. We'll see. So we got Terry back. We're gonna keep this core together. I'm gonna have to kind of dance around Jonathan Isaac's contract. I'll let you know if we keep him. We probably will. I don't think anyone will sign him. We'll probably do that qualifying offer. If not, I will let you know what I think. If it's super juicy, I'll stop the sim and we'll get back to it. But if not, I will see you guys at player progression. All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you in on a little thing. Jonathan Isaac did not want to re-sign, and then our cap messed up, and we only have like 13 mil to sign him to a contract. And I do want to keep him. I think he is a really important piece to this team. And so I think I did too much with that Terry thing. I messed with him too much. And so I'm going to have to trade him to, I think it was the Mavs that had a little, they were just barely above the cap. It was the T-Wolves. Okay. So I'm going to try to trade him to the Timberwolves. Kind of a bummer because I really liked what he gave to our team. But he's not necessary, let's be honest. Not a vital part of our team. Terry for 76. It's not going to clear out that much cap. That's the only problem. I mean, I'm letting you guys see this because it is kind of interesting to see what I can do. I mean, I can give a pick and give you a lottery protected first. Not going to mean much. I'm just trying to get a contract that's cheaper. I mean, no one has cap space. That's the only problem. I mean, Jamal Murray's not bad, but that contract is more. And I'm trying to get rid of cap space, not add to it. So we are in some trouble here. We can't get back Jonathan Isaac. Unless I trade Aaron Gordon. This could be an interesting way to do it. If I could trade Aaron Gordon. The problem is when you get this deep into these seasons, a lot of these players end up getting such huge contracts that there's no cap space. So yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna have to move. I'm gonna have to move on. I'm gonna have to run with these guys. No Jonathan Isaac, kind of bummed. I like what he brought, but he just didn't want to resign. So I'm gonna sim through, go through play progression, and we'll go to the next season. All right, so I hope Terry Rozier is happy because we gave him a lot of money and we weren't able to re-sign Jonathan Isaac. We got James Ennis, Joffrey Laverne. Honestly, there's some decent pieces to round out the bench, but it is disappointing to not have Jonathan Isaac on this team, especially he's given a lot to the organization. And that might sound cheesy, but it is how I feel. I'm going to put James Ennis in the lineup. No minutes to Yogi. 10. We're going to rely on our 8 guys heavily. I guess we have 9. I want to give as many minutes. Yeah, we're going to start. Can you start small forward? No. We're going to bring back Aaron Gordon into the starting lineup, make him our small forward. Might not go well, but I'm willing to try it out. I'm going to set these minutes real quick. Yeah, Glenn Robinson's not getting any minutes, I'll tell you that much. We're going to go with 8 guys. We've got to spread the love here. Again, like I said, rely heavily on these starters. We're going to give a lot of minutes to Romeo, see if we can maybe get him an MVP award. I will set him as our number 1 scoring option with Russell, and we'll give Bamba 3rd, see if we can get him a little higher scoring. Don't know what happened to Frank Vogel. It looks like it fired him for us. I guess that's okay. I think we're going to be good. Our team is still super solid. We have 3 90s, almost 4 90s. We'll see what happens. I'll see you at the end of the year. All right, guys. End of the season, we finished 65-17. Defensive Player of the Year, Mo Bamba, has improved a lot after a couple kind of lackluster seasons where, 9.5 He's finally kind of reached his potential. 92 overall at the age of 23. That is big for us. We get anyone on these teams? Yeah, Mo Bamba was on All-NBA second team. Really impressed with how he's progressed. LeBron's still plugging away at 98 overall at the age of 37. We are the number 1 seed. I'm assuming, I don't know. Our team is pretty stacked. I know you guys know that. I'd like to see us win again. I'm not sure it will actually happen. Nice balanced scoring from these guys. We almost have 490s. Yeah, you love to see this sort of team improve within. I wonder how Jonathan Isaac did. Let's go find him. Before we wrap this video up, let's find Jonathan Isaac. Huh. Don't know where he is. Maybe if I go stats, player stats. Points per game. We'll see if he's high on anyone's points per game. I don't know what team he went to. I mean, there's no way. There he is. No, he only averaged 10 points a game. So maybe, honestly, it was good that we let him go. He went to the Jazz on a 1-year deal. Honestly, probably good we let him go. We had a better year even without him. Assuming we can probably win this round. Yeah, we win in 6. We play the Miami Heat. In-state rivalry. It is 2-2. 3-2. All right. I got greedy. We lost in the semifinals of the playoffs, 65-17. But honestly, I consider this rebuild a success. We have 3 90s, almost 5 90s. And I will check how many All-Stars we had this year. Our scoring was pretty balanced, so I'm sure it wasn't. Yeah, we had 2 All-Stars. Both of our guys that are above 90 without Romeo Langford, and he's been an all-star before twice. So I like what we did. Jonathan Isaac wins back-to-back titles, one with us, one with the Jazz. I hope you guys like this video. It was really fun to see these guys progress. I think we have a really good roster. We could probably win a couple more championships in the next few years before we have to get kind of chintzy on these rosters because we are the Orlando Magic and only give out so much money. Hope you guys like this. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We need to start getting some more subscribers. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys later.